I just woke up today with the overwhelming feeling that I have to change everything in my life. Everything.
It's always up
to this point.
I'll tell you. I had a very busy week. Busy week. I had a couple of things to do for the show, the station. I had a dentist appointment, and those things really. And I made a vow, because I'm in charge of dinner, that I would put a dinner on the table every night of the week. And I have.
You did.
Have kept up with that. I had to stay up very late last night.
Yeah, I was getting emails from you super late.
I knew.
I was like, he's either angry or drunk.
Just behind. I had so much. I mean, I had a lot to do. Chris Demm and I took a wonderful trip yesterday. We were doing a live broadcast at an internet store, Windstream store, where they were selling high-speed internet. Met a lot of people who listen to this program. And there was one in particular that came up, Biggie. And this is why you are irreplaceable in my mind.
I wouldn't ever say
no.
Radio's proven that many times over that it's
you know
really
they say
wrong.
No one's irreplaceable. This man right here is irreplaceable because I just said I'm changing everything about myself. I'm having a blowout weekend, then I'm getting healthy as of Monday, and you already pointed me in the direction. No, sir.
No.
The draft is next week. The draft is next week.
It's your night. It's what you've been waiting for months.
That's right. I have. And we're laying in wings and pizza.
Yeah, you should. You and your boy.
Right.
You two have been planning this for months. I mean, it's not just you. Everyone's saying it's going to be one of the biggest drafts of all time.
Yes.
And how many days is the draft now? 4?
4 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But Thursday's
the one.
God.
Yeah.
I want y'all to come over so I can I want y'all to come over. Come on now.
It's a late start.
8 o'clock start.
I have a feeling you're going to come in next Friday just straight up Ric Flair on drug style going, woo, I stayed up all night, man. Woo. I stayed up all night.
I have not been this excited about anything in a long time. This is, and I can't share it with y'all because y'all don't care, but I am just, oh my God, I'm overpowered by it. And Biggie has pointed out that's going to be a big night for me, so don't even try new lifestyle change.
No, just hit chicken and pickles on the way home like normal.
Right. Yesterday at our event, Chris Demm and I were at this really nice event. A lot of people came out. It was very enjoyable. Long drive on the way there.
Yeah, a bit of a drive there and back.
Guy came up to me, young whippersnapper, long, beautiful hair, beautiful. And he came up and he said, how long's Biggie been on your show? And I looked at Chris Demm and I said, what do you think it's been now? Gosh.
And I said, 4 years?
Right. I said, 13.
One of you has it right.
I turned to him, I said, I think it's been 13 years. And he pulled a resume out of his pocket and he said, don't you think it's time for a little new blood? And he handed me his
That's what I thought.
He handed me his resume and he said, when you're ready. When you're ready to go to the best, I'm here. And he had just graduated with a degree in communications from community college. And he said, I will do anything and everything. The things he won't do for you, I will. And I said, let me tuck this away in my jacket pocket, which is exactly what I did. I've got his resume back there. But I would never, ever use it unless...
Oh, I was going to say call him.
No. One time...
they say when you're in a rut, you need to be forced to get a shake-up. So, maybe this is the force I need.
Change it. Right, do it.
Biggie, we're making a switch. All right. Is it that long-haired guy with the beautiful hair? It is.
Such beautiful hair. I just wanted to stroke his hair. It was long. It was like halfway down his back. And, he came in and he goes, I'm young, I'm big, I'm hungry. I should be on that program. And I said, boy.
He's right.
You check all the boxes.
I said, Biggie is only one of those things. He did check all the boxes. And he had a very professional resume. I mean, I hope somebody really gives him a chance. Or in the event of your untimely death, I would call him.
A smoother transition than expected.
10 years from now.
Yes.
What is that resume?
Where's that resume?
Call this number.
I have that thing. Where is that guy?
Is this Kurt?
Yeah. And then B.B. Shea, who was standing there, he stood up and said, not so fast.
Oh, yeah, he's angling.
I'm waiting for Biggie's untimely death so I can step in there. B.B. Shea, of course, as always, contrarian out there yesterday.
Yeah.
Boy, the people love him, though.
Oh, yeah. He's great.
Yeah, they do.
Everybody's like, is that B.B. Shea?
Yeah.
And I was like,
They love his weekly wrap-up.
They do love his weekly. That's today. B.B. Shea will do it. So I turned to him.
It's rap for white people.
It is.
Yeah.
It makes white people comfortable.
I don't know if you, Kelly, you were maybe manning the prize wheel at this time or dealing, with a client or another listener. But there was an older gentleman had come up relatively early in our afternoon there, and he said, "Now, which one are you?" to me, and I tried to explain which one I was. He goes, "No," and then he turned to BB Shea. Just didn't buy it.
No. Are you absolutely sure who you are?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I've got the shirt on.
Oh, right, he did.
And he turns to BB Shea, and I said, "Well, that's BB Shea right there." And he goes, "How old are you?" He goes, "You don't look like you're in your 50s."
No.
And I said, "Well, he's not." And then he said, "You do the. I've seen you on TV. You do the weather."
No.
See, what he's done is he's mixed up.
He's mixed
everybody.
Dave.
It happens. It happens. People don't know.
It does.
You can watch the videos now if you want to.
Yeah.
That's more.
Of course, there's no names under.
No, that's true. But maybe it's easier to put things together. And another guy. This was quite an event. Another gentleman came up to me, and he goes. He came just like really in a huff up to me, and he goes, "Did you put Epsom salt in your bath yet? I told you to put Epsom salt in your bath." And I said, "I have not done that." And he goes, "You're the one with the butthole problems, aren't you?" And I said, "That is me." He goes, "Well, if you don't put Epsom salt in your bath, you're going to keep having it." God darn, I'm trying to tell you. And he was very upset that I had not put Epsom salt.
Come on.
He was really angry about that. I've told you what to do. Your bunghole's still hurting. He's like, and I said, "Do you want to spin our prize?" No, I don't. I'm not here for that. Trying to help you out with your butthole, and I can't get anything done. But this gentleman really wanted, he said, "I want Biggie's job."
Have it?
No. No. I said, "Biggie does such a wonderful job."
You remember that there was a time, and Kelly, you might remember this, Biggie. You may be too young, but there was a time like in professional work world, they used to say to keep your skills sharp, you should interview for a job once or twice a year.
Is that right? I do remember.
Really?
Saying that. Yes.
And that it may not work for every field, but they would say just to keep your brain sharp, keep yourself prepared in the event of something happening at your company.
That's right. Even if you don't want the job,
really,
go interview.
Yes, just get better at selling yourself.
They did say that, but now I was thinking
we'd like to offer you the position. Oh no, this is practice.
Oh, no, this is just for show.
I'm just messing around. I'm just
staying sharp.
Right. I'm not actually doing that. I don't even know these days. I've been at this job, institutionalized, as Biggie would say, for so long. If something happened and I needed a new job, now it's done differently. Used to I would type out a resume, as this young man did for me yesterday. He typed out a resume and handed it to me. Now you've got to create a website. A friend of mine needed a job 4 or 5 years ago, and he literally created his own website and sent people to it.
What would you do? Just type your name and your phone number and your fax number?
Let me tell you this, too. Speaking of phones, and we've got a gift for you, Biggie. It's back in the office. This gentleman came up. Now, again, this was at an event yesterday where they were selling high-speed internet.
Streaming TV services.
Really nice stuff. It's called Windsor.
The cutting-edge stuff.
It really was. And so a gentleman came walking up toward the end of our event, and he was carrying a greasy paper grocery bag. There was like a grease spot on the outside. And he had it in his hand, and he came walking up pointedly. He was ready to talk to us.
Biggie here.
It's the first words out of his mouth.
As he slowly puts his hand into the bag.
Which one's Biggie?
Oh, it could be a gun. Don't be a gun. Or it could be a gun.
He said, "Which one's Biggie?" And I pointed at BB Shea. So that's it right there. No, he came up and he said, "I've got something for you, specifically for Biggie." And he started, and you're right, he was holding this greasy grocery bag. And he
put his hand in it, kept it in there dramatically.
A long time.
I think that's going to be the last thing I see.
I thought.
Biggie here, hand in bag.
I thought.
Time slowed down.
Yeah, Chris Demm was there. We were both standing there, and I thought either he's going to take an animal head or a human head out of this bag.
Yeah, I really expected what do they call it? Like a stuffed squirrel or skunk. Taxidermied skunk.
It was anybody's guess, and I really was ready to run. I thought he may be taking a gun out of his bag.
Could be.
Because the last thing he said was, "I've improved my communications here today. I've gotten more technologically advanced."
So it sounded like a dissertation or a...
Yeah. It's like, okay.
A last statement.
So I
have improved my dissertation. Oh, no.
He did. And then what he brought out of the bag was an old-timey telephone that it's heavy. And he goes, "Give this to Biggie as a reminder of what life used to be like before we got all cutting edge." And he had this, and I was like, "Oh!"
It's a phone.
I said, I've never been so happy to see an antique phone in my life. And I brought it back for you, greasy bag and all.
Yeah.
It's back there. But I was really concerned that a gun was coming out of that bag.
Oh, without a doubt. That's anytime I see somebody reaching in anything anymore, I'm like, this is it.
And he held it there a long time. I mean, several times. Because he was chatting with us. I was like, oh, my God.
That's the type of thing like a serial killer would carry all of his belongings in on a Greyhound bus going across country.
Yes. And I thought to myself.
What's that greasy spot from? You don't want to know. All right.
I really did. And because he was in there such a long time. And he couldn't have been a nicer person.
Exactly.
I mean, he was unbelievably nice. But right there, I was just like, oh, geez, this could end could be very, very bad.
This beautiful sunny day.
I know.
That is how it's going to go.
This is how it's going to go. And that's going to be the last thing I see is this high-speed internet store and a gun pointed at me. I mean, there was a lot.
Who do I talk to about streaming?
Yeah.
The last smell you remember is the taco truck.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Y'all had a taco truck?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was really, really good.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
That was one of the best things about it. And there's a lot of good stuff out there. And then you were right. Chris Demm and I had the drive there, about an hour and 15 minutes each way. Chris Demm instinctively drove. We took a station vehicle. I never even offered to drive. He got in to drive because he likes that. You know?
As a driver.
And then all the way, you said how awkward it would be. And you were right. And all the way there, Chris Demm would point out things like, look, I wonder what they're making in that field. And I'd be like,
look at the wind blowing through the hay over there. Kelly's mock drafting on his phone.
I was doing a simulated mock draft on my phone.
You're on the clock. Huh?
And he would say, oh, those antique cars look amazing.
Where are we?
What do you think about it? And then, we listened to our station. We listened to classic rock for a little bit. And I said, I just can't handle this anymore. Turned it over to my light and easy station, and they were playing NKOTB, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, finally, music.
This is real music. It came on. I said, finally,
of course.
something real to listen to. Really good stuff, though. We had a very nice time.